Accident Man is an indie action film that is on demand, actually on Blu-ray right now. And, it's another Scott Adkins film. So I know that the action is going to be pretty good, and the story and dialogue is going to be pretty shit.
And as for me, well, I make them look like accidents. Everyday, ordinary accidents. Got a problem. You see, the love of my life just turned up in a box 6 feet under, and I'm certain that it was one of my crew that put her there.
She was pregnant.
But which one of these wankers did it? I'm gonna find out. And when I do, there'll be a few more fatal accidents around the corner.
So Scott Adkins is kind of the name you go to if you want good action for like a Western action film, but then you don't want to spend a lot of money. All this stuff, he never really had a shot to make a big movie, other than he was one of the goons in Doctor Strange. And he is really good. He's you can see he really has a presence on screen, and he when in the fighting scenes, he really can. It makes it look like he has a lot of power and is really beating these people up. And I mean he's not the best actor though. I mean, especially when he has bad writing. Actually, I think in this one he's actually the writer too. I don't know if it's based on a comic book, but he wrote some of the stuff too. And it's just, some of the stuff, whenever their dialogue is pretty cringy, honestly. But then you get these set pieces where, the action scenes, and they're great. I mean, they're like among some of the best, Western style action you'll see. It's really, there's hardly any camera tricks. And I love how, they spin around, they do a lot of things, in movies. A lot of action is they hide stuff, with the camera angle. So it's more easier to tell, that you can't really tell that they're not punching each other. But in this, they do different things where, they spin around and, they change the angles, even though the camera may kind of stay still. So that means that, it looks more real. But at the same time, they still hide this well. I mean, a lot of it looks really good. And he does a lot of tricky stuff too, trick fighting, with the flipping and stuff like that. That's kind of not very practical, but it looks really cool. And I mean, there's not that much to complain about. If you come to this one in an action film, that's what you get. So the idea of the story is that there's this underworld of assassins, not John Wick. They're just regular assassins, but they have an oasis, and the bar they go to, and they have this intermediary that kind of goes through all the rich people and gets their the cases they want to have people murdered, and it's kind of cool. It goes a little long, but they have almost a Suicide Squad-esque intro scene where they kind of show every assassin and what they're known for. So Scott Adkins, he's the accident man. So he kills people and makes it look like accidents. And they have a guy that poisons people. They have a guy that this makes it look like other people murdered them. They have guys that can kill a bunch of people using some scientific thing and traps and things. And they have a Kill Bill sort of woman, the bride, sort of it seems like they kind of mimic the bride from Kill Bill. And when you see that, I wonder why they're showing all these people. Oh, I bet things go down and he has to fight all of them and kill all of them. They're yep, that's it. That's what happens. So basically, the stuff around this part, the impetus for him to want to or have to fight all of his friends, essentially, is that his ex-girlfriend was an environmentalist, and she was doing research in some company, and she left him for a woman. And there's a lot of bad jokes and weird things about how that they're lesbians now. It's just kind of weird, but whatever. But what happens is that she is assassinated by one of his friends, or one of the teams. And he has to try to figure out why and what happened and who ordered it. And then people try to kill him, and you know, then the whole kerfuffle goes down. And some of the stuff is kind of corny and goofy, but, I mean, it delivers on the action. It delivers on a lot of stuff you would want from a movie like this. Like, you can't really complain too much about things that when it delivers on the action. And, you know, each action set piece, I mean, they're long scenes without that many cuts. And, I mean, they're really well choreographed and a lot of fun. So, you know, if you're looking for a kind of dumb action flick with great action, you know, check out Accident Man. I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. And thanks for watching. Check out the video playlist on my head or subscribe to me over here. Thanks.